right, let's get into this. I can't really grab anything from here. Hey, what's up, Duchess? I appreciate that, great one. What's up, Deadpool? Give me one quick second, guys. All right, so we got a couple of things that we got to do this morning. We got to do some arena stuff. We got to look at Sword Satellite. So, or what does it call it? Sword Battle. We got to look at that. So let's jump into our store real quick and see what we can grab here, and then we're gonna jump into some arena. So right now, I don't think I can use Odin at the current moment. He's actually becoming a liability for me. And I'll show y'all what I'm talking about in a second. All right, we gotta grab Nimi. The amount of currency that I've used, elite war credits, I think I had like 500k when I came back to the game. Man, I'm rifling through these, just trying to get some of these awakened abilities, because Astro is basically unusable in war without them. There's nothing here. We finally got enough dark promos to bring up the Fist of the 10 Reds. What do we think? Astro, Ancient One good with diamonds? Or is that a waste of diamonds? Y'all gotta let me know. All right, what do we have here? Of course, nothing. And we're out of these credits, so we can't really grab anything anymore. But at least we got Kohori to 5 stars, and that was worth it. That was worth spending them. They gave us this boost, and now we're all just kind of sitting here at the very end of the strike pass, just twiddling our thumbs and gaining all this currency for nothing. All right, let's jump into some arena stuff. All right, so I'll show you, right? So This is probably be a perfect matchup to display what I'm talking about. This is good enough for now. So if I take out there's two ways to play this, right? If this seems safe. Oh, it seems safe. So if I go in here and I try to use, let's say, Odin with this team, things don't go the way that I would believe that they're supposed to, right? And at some point in time, it's just going to end up being Odin versus Odin, and we're gonna lose because we got baby Odin. All right, let's ult. We really should have ulted on Gladiator though, because that would have I think that would have removed the taunt. Yeah, we should have done that the first time, but we ult here. Or do we do that? All right, let's ult here. Right now he's in stealth, so I won't be able to kill Odin. And APOC is in a power punch in a second. Or not power punch, but he didn't get empowered. But he goes with his immediately special. And then here we're gonna get stuck behind. Odin's in stealth. Didn't do anything. My Gladiator died. That would have been my only chance really at trying to get to their Odin. Now, if we probably play this a little bit differently here, like going after Gladiator initially in the very beginning. All right, let's try to, we're not going to ability block you. Let's try to ability block Mephisto so that he doesn't ult. Okay, and he clears that off anyway, so it doesn't matter. Now, Mephisto should still just ultimately die. Hey, appreciate it, Alan. Thank you. So this should kill Mephisto. The good news is that at least like they still have a decent amount of people there, so my Odin will heal a little bit more. But I still have more. So, okay, then he ults, then everybody's dead. Right? And then it's Odin versus my Odin versus their Odin. And I just got a baby Odin. Where in this situation, I would have been better off going in with Mephisto. And dropping Odin. Like, we're not winning this. I don't think we are. But damn it. Well, that doesn't usually happen. Okay? That doesn't usually happen, is my point. Usually, we lose that, okay? My point was not made, but usually we lose. Okay. Okay, so this one has gore. The last one didn't have gore, right? But this one has gore. So this is gonna be a little bit more challenging. Well, how dare you? Listen, if I was whaling, I would be much further than I am right now. All right, so we don't have a choice this time. We're just gonna go straight into Gladiator. Okay, what sucks here is that now Gore went, and then Gore's now given Gladiator safeguard. So now I'm stuck behind Gladiator. In this scenario, I'm actually just gonna special. I think no should have gotten sped up there. Did APOC not go into the red? Is that what happened? APOC didn't go red? I thought he did. Am I back for a while? I intend on it. Or is there something funky going on where like my no for whatever reason is not getting speed up? Right, like he didn't speed up there, right? Like even after APOC fell, he didn't speed up. So my no's dead. This is once again going to become a Odin versus Odin situation. If my Odin even makes it, right? Like realistically, if my Odin even makes it this time. Possible. There's a lot of people that, if no goes here, yeah. Baby Odin problems, guys. Baby Odin problems. Hey, what's going on, Frosty? Sorry, y'all. I'm eating breakfast too at the same time. Just dropped off the kids at daycare. All right, so in this scenario, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take Odin out. I feel like this should go better. Like, this will work better if I just use Mephisto. It doesn't, yeah, it doesn't work against with Odin. Once again, we're gonna run into the same scenario here, though. I could try to run Shadow King here, but my Shadow King is not gonna survive as soon as the Gore's gonna go here again. Here we are with Gladiator having safeguard. We'll ult here this time, because at least I think that's what I should have done the last time too. Anyways, with Odin was that with Gnome is that I should have just ulted instead of trying to like play around and keep it. The end of the day is like as soon as this dude goes, it is a wrap. Unless we end up killing Gladiator. The good news here is that we have a chance. I don't know if Gore goes before Null goes though. That's our, yeah, okay. So here we'll ult. Okay. Like, I don't. We're not gonna be able to tunnel it down. Yeah, we can't. We weren't able to win this one either. Good to see you, Frosty. How big was this Odin? Beefy enough. So I don't know if Shadow King would have made a difference here. Okay. We're gonna try this one now. But this time we're gonna try it with Shadow King. I just don't think it's gonna work. My Shadow King's too small. Like once Gore goes. That's where it's gonna get dicey. All right, so let's do ult again here. I don't think we can tunnel down Odin fast enough in order for this to work. You know what I mean? I just don't think we can. Maybe we can. I don't know. Oh, maybe we can. But we're still gonna be stuck behind Gladiator because we didn't initially have Mephisto, right? To put someone down Gladiator, right? And now he's gonna heal back up. Now, can we get? No, we couldn't. We couldn't get to no fast enough because if we got into no with Gore, we could have ability block. So there's just too much RNG involved. There's too much RNG involved. I'm like wondering if I take out my Gore, no, but I need Gore to at least give me safeguard on Glad. We need a pre-taunt. Like we have to have a pre-taunt. If we don't have a pre-taunt, like we're screwed. If I had a big enough Odin, I think this works. If I had a bigger Shadow King, actually, I think this really works. I think our best bet, honestly, is still to try with Mephisto again. But we got to keep Gore. We got to keep APOC, and we need a pre-taunt. So it's really the 5th slot that we gotta try to find something to work here. Endgame Thanos wouldn't help. What's up, recon ships? What do you mean by ringing? Were you speaking about me? Why? Damn it, guys, we made it. You must have made it, guys. We're getting advertisements now. Only bad things. That's fair. That's fair. All right, so we're gonna try this again with Mephisto. Like I said, Odin's not gonna work here, but let's try it again with this. Hey, what's going on, Olo? Appreciate you. All right, so here. You ult, but you can't go again. Don't get the speed up. Okay, I go. I at least get if my gore, but your gore is gonna give you safeguard. Ugh, hate him. I am. All right, we'll ult here. So we'll be able to go immediately after this, but we're gonna have to go immediately into him, which means that we're gonna waste that. I don't think we can do it. Also, I should have targeted Odin. It wouldn't have mattered. He's gonna go anyways. I think the bottom line here is we gotta wail harder. No, we gotta try to see. We gotta try to get a bigger Odin as fast as possible, because then this becomes possible. I've been surprised at him every week with new people. Oh, I'm messing on the side, but pretty much slowly getting PR roll again. Oh, okay. Friday nights are rough though, guys, for me, because you guys know I do the podcast right with Tony, and I usually don't miss that unless I got something else going on. Man, my lighting is looking good today. My lighting is looking good. All right, well, what's going on, Chuck? What it do? Whoa, an OG sighting? What's going on, Midnight? Yeah, we're here, man. So we'll start doing some of these more frequently. When I do stream, I'll probably stream in the morning, in the morning. This is the best slot for me. All right, so that was pathetic in Arena. I'm sure that there's recommendations on things that I could do better here. Also, this means nothing to me now, but we'll claim them anyways. We'll do this again tomorrow, mañana. All right, did we go through our stores already? We went through everything here, right? I think we did. I asked y'all, nobody responded back. Ancient one, diamonds. What do we think? Worth it? Not worth it. Oh, it was how when I was editing the roast and Mose had 1 to 2 flip ups and then you brought Taco on for one and it took me 6. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I appreciate you editing those, man. That was actually pretty clutch. We should do that again. We should do that again. What am I doing with Astral on CC? So right now, so I'll tell you what my conundrum is with Astral at the moment. So with CC, they're fine, right? They're okay in CC. The issue that I have with this team right now is that I can't really use them in war much because of a lot of the, not that one so much, but I don't know how many people have Shadow King's passive, but this is big. And then with Ancient One, excuse me, with Ancient One, I also need her passive because without them having Safeguard on spawn, I mean, they're basically dead in the water as soon as I go into a matchup. So that's really kind of been the problem for me with this team, is that I can't really get much going. I can't do much with them in war. CC though, there's value there with them in CC. Here's the thing, CC is not really a game mode I'm trying to be competitive with right now at all. Which was funny because I remember someone commented in the chat on YouTube, and they were just like, "Yeah, I faced you last week and you sucked." I was like, "Bro, I just got back like a week ago." How competitive did you expect me to be in Cosmic Crucible? But yeah, there's a lot of CC teams I haven't even built yet. Starjammers are still low, but they got another stat boost. I like splitting them all up. The defense, so I can use them all. She's probably the weakest in the main 4. Okay. I did Emma. I got Emma diamonds. I just got her to 7. Then I put all 3 diamonds on her because I like her. I gotta get maybe 1 or 2 of them to 105 though. Like I'll probably get Emma to 105, and Shadow King's already at 105, and that's probably where I'll stop them. And then it's really just get. But right now the plan is to really kind of work through getting Liberty up, right? So I just got Joaquin. If he's down that low and then goes and runs his mouth. Yeah, I'm like, bro, I'm like, come on, fam. Like you really thought you did something because you beat me in Cosmic Crucible. And the crazy thing about it is, I think he had Odin at the time. I think he had Shadow King. I didn't have Shadow King yet, or at least didn't have Shadow King built. Like I said, he had Odin. Had a couple more. Had a full Immortal X-Men team. I think had Phoenix Force. I'm like, bro, if you didn't win this Cosmic Crucible, you would have sucked. Like you just train Emma as a plug and plays and use Shadow King on offense, so he doesn't really have a home. That's fair. But yeah, I gotta get to building this team out. I am inclined to leave War Machine, to leave him in the dumps, in all honesty, and not build him at all, and just build these 4 and then find a plug and play for War Machine. I'm inclined to do that just for the sake of like gold and spending and things of that nature. Peggy's a definitely build. But you see, the thing is, like, this is where I am at on a barrier situation too. This is where I'm at as well. It's like, okay, it's not just getting them to 118. For a lot of these characters, it's also getting them to 105 because of what I'm facing in war, right? So like, I'm at this point now where I've been contemplating not even, so I have a couple of these Immortal X-Men characters that are here that are highlighted. I don't know if I'll ever actually build them. I don't know if I'll ever actually build them, just because I would prefer to get Patriot. I prefer to get let's say Lilandra, Kahori, Liberty, Scarlet Witch, characters like that to 105, as opposed to trying to build out Immortal X-Men, unless I'm building Jean Grey, right, and Beast to 105. Like, I just don't know if that's really a thing that I would do. On Ancient Woman, Diamond Question, I definitely say she's worth bringing to even with limited resources. So the thing about that is, I don't typically try to put diamonds on any characters that I have no intentions of bringing to 3 diamonds. That's usually my sort of philosophy on that. Like, I'll let them get there naturally, but the idea of putting diamonds on a character, if I don't plan on bringing, it's kind of like the same thought process back in the day with like when it comes to like ISOs and stuff. It was, hey, I'm not putting any ISOs. I'm not going past blue 3 on a character unless I plan on bringing them to blue 5, right? It's just from like a resource perspective, because like I'm not really spending money in this game. I mean, at the bare minimum, at the bare most, I might spend $40 a month, and that's at most what I'll spend. Ideally, I'm being very selective with what pass I buy, right? Like, for instance, I didn't buy the strike pass. I don't plan on it. I bought the battle pass because it had Scarlet Witch in there, Zombie Scarlet Witch, and that was a philosophy where I was just like, I know that she's an epic or whatever character, right? So therefore I know she won't come back around again. So this is a mindset of like, you know, no, I'm not war focused. I am alliance focused. Does that make sense? Liberty. So the way I think about building, this is my philosophy on building. It's build for your raid teams. Build your raid teams, build your arena team, and then invest on the margins, right? Like a team like Liberty will have multiple uses in war, and that helps the alliance. So therefore, what that does is that it gives me a solid, Liberty gives me a solid Swiss Army knife that I can use in alliance war against multiple teams. And then there's some added value that I may be able to get from them in Cosmic Crucible, maybe. And then of course things like tower, saddle, like sword, like those things are gonna be helpful there as well. So that's a team, that's a Swiss Army knife team that helps me and makes sense. Then I'll look at things like, apart from the raid teams, I'll look at things like, okay, individual, like what other team will help me out in the margins, or what other characters will help me out in the margins? Well, there's Kahuri and Miss Marvel Classic, right? That once again can be useful as plug and plays in a variety of game modes. Alliance War, Cosmic Crucible, you know, things like Battle World, like little things like that. I look at like teams on the margins again. Lilandra, we need her for whatever you want to call it. You need her for Professor X. Starjammers is a little bit on the fence for me, but like that's where I'll look to see once again investing on the margins, right? Astral is a team that is good on the margins, right? They're good in 3 different game modes. One game mode you have to primarily invest into their additional abilities, but that's a team that helps out on the margins. Like I said, individual characters, there's still uses for Scroll. You have Old Man Logan. But there's some other characters that are good on the margins. Null is a character that's on the margins that I would say, you know, has value. So that's just like my thought process on a few things. Build Immortal X-Men that are also on, and that exactly what I was saying earlier. Like for the Immortal X-Men, my primary focus, and you'll see what they are so far, has been, let's go into Jean, let's go into Beast, and let's go into Storm. Now I know that there's additional value that they have, of course, in like, you know, what is it, War, right? But at the same time, I'm also like, well, I know I need these 3 for raids. So that's why, like, once again, the philosophy for me is raid, arena, and then teams on the margins. Sometimes that may be a raid team, sometimes that will be a Cosmic Crucible team. But as long as they can help me out on the margins, I'll invest into them. Right now, I'm thinking about dropping Cable and dropping Polaris just for the sake of resource management. Right. So yeah, that's my thought. That's where I'm at. Speaking of that, we got to use up some of this campaign energy because we're just sitting on it right now. All right, so we're farming the gold nodes right now. So yeah, I'm not primarily war focused. I'm just trying to be alliance focused. That's the reason why I haven't even put investment into Starjammers yet. And you know, it also helped as well that they weren't, you know, as useful or valuable for some time. So we'll have to see what they look like now that they got these buffs, right? Exactly, Midnight. That's a thought. Now that they have these little buffs, we'll see what happens with this team. Okay, so all right, I gotta check what we have on time. I got a meeting at 10:15. Let me farm this first. And then we're gonna do Dark Dimension. So we're on our second run right now. You know, do we have an event? I know that we have a current event right now that benefits me spending campaign energy, but also that milestone is ending today. And I'm not getting to this number. So is there another event today that starts? Is there another event that requires campaign energy? Spend 1 core. Yeah. So we should save any core refreshes for that. All right, so we'll save our core refreshes for that then. This milestone. Raid battles, earn milestone points from the chaotic storm raids, earn supply, so that's going to be a daily thing. All right, so yeah, we're not going to. It starts today, right? Yeah, it starts today. So yeah, we'll save the cores and stuff like that for today. And then we got to figure out. Hey, what's going on? H-Traders? Is that how you say it? Yeah, what up, Postage? Appreciate the follow, by the way. Ashtray. Well, real quick, I gotta respond back to this message. All right. Yeah, so based on that, we're gonna save that. Sorry, I had to respond back to a word message there. So we're gonna save, like I said, we're gonna save any core refreshes for that, and then we'll let's kick it over, man, to doing some stuff on DD. So we're almost done with this node. We're 2 attacks deep so far. And then we gotta talk about like sword battle. So question for y'all, what was sword battle like the last time? I don't remember where we are in our cooldowns on this. No special. That sucks a little bit there. Yeah, our cooldowns are screwed here. He'll probably get his ult back now. This is gonna be one of those nodes where I think we're just gonna have to basic. So then when we come back in on the next go around, can we spare this? Like all enemies, evade, speed up, and if there is metaverse, attack those enemies 40% piercing instead. Back. Flip offense up, evade, speed up. I mean, only this dude has offense up. I think we just basic here. I think we just base. We just eat it. Yeah, we gotta try to get back our cooldowns here so we can do anything. Wow, this is disappointing. I thought I had more. I thought I had better cooldowns. Now he has a special, but that means nothing to me. I don't know where Mysterio is at for his cooldowns because he never took a turn. The brother never took a turn. So I have no idea where his cooldowns are. Okay. And I'm gonna come right back into an ult from him. I guarantee you it, guys. I need his ult. I think we're just gonna have to bite the bullet on this one because I was thinking about coming back in. If we had gotten Mysterio to go earlier, we could have cleared that off and then we could have started working down Void. But he never took a turn. Should we try that? Should we try to wait for Mysterio to take a turn? See if Mysterio can take a turn. Clear that off and then see if we can work down Void. Because I think he'll do his special first, which would revive a symbiote if we killed him, but we didn't kill any symbiotes. So if we come back in, we may be able to tone down Void, but then we have to make sure that Mysterio doesn't die. We're overthinking this, aren't we? I just don't want to spend too much time doing this. You understand what I mean? I don't want to have to spend too many attacks doing this. That's my whole thing. Yeah, it's not enough crit Shuri, man. If we had Shuri here, this is a no-brainer, bro. Like at that point, this is an absolute no-brainer. You know what I mean? Absolute no-brainer. That's what sucks about it, you know? All right, let's go back to this really quickly. I'll set this up in a second, and then, all right, I think we just bite the bullet here, and we just say, all right, you know what, screw it, it doesn't matter. Like we're coming next time. We have all of his cooldowns ready. It's just, yep, we got him to use his ult, and that was a success within itself. We got him to use his ult. We got Vulture's full cooldowns back. I think we're okay. we'll do this again tomorrow. I would spend some cores and do it now, but we got that event coming later on, so I'll save the core spending for that. All right, so in terms of the emote for Shuri. All right, so we do have sword coming up later on. Do you remember? So I'm asking you guys, what was Sword Satellite, Sword Battle, whatever the hell you want to call it, Battle Lab? What was that like the last time? So according to this, win battles to climb ranks, earn more points, higher climb, earn more. Or to preview the opponents. It can be used once per day. I know Dorky usually has a lot of stuff on sword, right? Oh, Dorky's live now. Oh, actually, in fact, he's actually preparing for sword on stream. All right, listen, I'm gonna call it then. I got a meeting in about 8 minutes or so. But we'll do these more frequently. We'll pop up, we'll do a stream on not Wednesday, because Wednesdays are comic book days. So by the way, if you guys aren't following me on Keeping It Comic, or following us, I should say, on Keeping It Comic, you guys definitely should. If you're into comics, you like keeping up with your comics, we do breakdowns every single week, at least 3 to 4 breakdowns every single week on comic books. So follow us there if you aren't doing so already. Channel is growing. We recently just got to 14,000 subscribers, so the channel is growing. So if you are into comics and keeping up with your favorite characters in the comic book world, then come check us out over there. And listen, I appreciate you guys as always. I am going to kick this out over probably to Dorky, since he's already live on stream, preparing you guys for Sword Satellite. Yeah, that's YouTube. That's YouTube postage. I just shared the channel link right there, so go check that out, y'all. All right, I am going to, like I said, I'm gonna kick this over to Dorky Dad. You guys can go chill out with him. I'm gonna go prep for my meeting that's in 6 minutes now. All right, y'all. Appreciate you guys very much. See you guys maybe, I would say the next time probably would be Friday morning. It's probably when you guys will see me again. That's probably when I'll hop back on. I'll do some stuff. Hopefully we'll be much further along in that by then. But listen, much love to you guys. Like I said, we'll probably do Monday and Fridays between like 8:30 and 9 to like 10 o'clock or so. That's when you guys can catch me. All right, but I appreciate you guys very much. Until next time, y'all be blessed. Y'all be safe.